This now becomes a trap. Why is it a trap? Because the opposing liquidity target has been met, which was actually this trap up here. So we have pretty much had the whipsaw type price action. Asia high traded out of, Asia lows taken out, and then again the high from Frankfurt taken out, and then price would then move away. All right. So liquidity is a buzzword in the trading industry, but I think most people don't really understand how powerful it can be. A lot of people talk about understanding the daily bias, understanding the market direction, and understanding where price should be heading towards. And people typically would just say, where's the liquidity? And that's where price is moving towards. However, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what is meant by that and how you can simplify the way you trade by really understanding liquidity and liquidity buildups. So in this video, this is a trade that I took a 9 or 10 hour trade. Very, very simple. But it's not even the trade that I really want to break down for you guys. It's more the understanding behind the trade so you can understand liquidity that much more. All right. So here, what we have here is AUD USD. This is currently on a 4 hour time frame. And what I want to do here here and now is make this very simple for you. And I'm going to quickly mark up the build-ups and the inducements really quickly so you can just get your bearings, okay? So if you look to the left here, what do we have? We've got a nice build-up just here, all right? Build up, and then you've got the inducement down here at the bottom. And then we had another inducement up here because we've got a build up just here. Hopefully you can see that. All right, hopefully you might that as well. Build up, inducement here. All right, and then price. That does a few things here. So even in here, what does the price do? Creates an internal build up in here, smaller scale, creates a new low, and then what does it do here? It creates a nice, beautiful bullish channel. It then induces the channel with that inducement and then come and takes out the channel low, right? And then price moves really bullish and gives us a nice build up. All right, another channel, beautiful, clean, very clear inducement here, and then price begins to move away. All right, so this is where we find ourselves Thursday, 9th of October. And what was I seeing here? So first things first, where's price gonna head towards? There's two things that we can look at here. If we're looking at this, we can think, all right, is price could head up here at these highs, or or price could maybe potentially come down here, right, into these lows, right, at the bottom of this channel buildup. And it might not even hit the low of it, but you got multiple lows here, and you got a nice imbalance zone here. So even if you were to mark out this low, you could say price could have come down here. But for me, when I'm looking at this, there's a few details that you might miss if you're not looking sharp enough, and it's this. If you go down to the 1 hour time frame for a second, what can we see? And I want to break down these build-ups for you just a second, all right? So here, what do we have here? Build up, see the bearish channel, and then we had a bullish channel, all right? And then what do we have here? An inducement into the imbalance here. So now we have an inducement, and in this instance, this ended up being a nice inducement high, and then price traded lower. And what did price do after that? What did price do? Created a nice build up. You can see here, and then we moved higher. Price induced higher this structural point. Price came lower, respected this low, and then went higher one more time, creating, what did it do? Took out this high and also this high to the left, right? And then when price came lower now, this is when it gets really, really interesting, because we had a bullish channel and we had what? An inducement here, right? And what does that inducement do? That inducement actually respects this high up here. Why? Let's go into the 15-minute. Well, the 15-minute, what you have here is this high actually takes out all of the liquidity inside this, say, accumulation phase or this range, all right? You can see here, every single wick bar this high is taken out by this liquidity. So for me now, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that I've got, this is what I call my strong highs. We won't get into that right now, but a strong high, strong high, strong high here, which I've marked out already. So now we're approaching the day. And then for me, I then believe that price should probably, respect this high to the left. Okay? But why? Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting now. What do we have here? So first things first, guys, what do we have? We have the main liquidity target for me, which is deeper into this bullish channel. So you got this nice, bullish channel, but you got all of these lows down here that haven't been taken yet, maybe even that one as well. All right, and as prices come down, with respect to some internal lows here, prices come higher. Yes, it's induced this high to the left because it's giving us a structural inducement, but now price is giving us this bullish channel, then giving us an inducement, and then it's creating strong highs that are being respected. So because these strong highs are being respected, like I said, I'm not going to go into my strong highs right now, but because these strong highs are being respected, it means that I expect this strong high here to also be respected up until this low is taken out. All right, it's part of my edge. It's part of my edge, and those that have already, have had my course or have learned from me, understand what I'm talking about here. So when we get to this day now, and just about to start Asia, the end of Asia, about to go into Frankfurt. First things first, on the 15-minute, what do we have? We have a nice channel build up here. We had a nice inducement low on the lower time frame on the previous day, on the Wednesday, and as price is building up, moving higher, price is also building up with a nice bullish channel. Okay, so let's go on to the 5-minute now, and let's see what price decides to do. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. Let's see what price actually decides to do. And press play. Okay, cool. So what's price done here? This is where people will get very confused. It's easy to get confused here, but let me quickly explain. Let's go on to the 15-minute. Sorry, my mouse is playing up a little bit. Cool. Let's go on to the 15-minute, which we're on now. Right. Price has given us a build up and it's induced to the high side. And then price has aggressively moved lower. And what is price doing? When it's doing this, it's bringing in all of these traders early. All right. So everyone thinking, okay, so this now means that, price is going to continue lower because price is giving us a nice break of structure here. All right. Give us a nice break of structure. So now price is going to continue to move lower into this liquidity down here, into this low here, and then when we're on the higher time frame, even into my bearish channel, these lows here that I spoke about. All right, that's what price is trying to do. It's trying to draw people in, induce people into the market. But remember, if price wants to go lower, it must first induce higher. If price wants to go higher, it must first induce lower. Because of my experience, I look at this price action and I can tell you that would not be a place to sell from. This then becomes a very clean, call it a smart money trap, or for argument's sake, let's just call it a trap. The one that upset certain traders, right? So we look at this now. Let's go on to the 5-minute. Price has now given us a beautiful inducement lower, taking out what? This bullish channel. So if we look at this now, at the start of Frankfurt, 7 a.m. here, people might say, what's the daily bias? Well, during Frankfurt, that session bias, it was bearish to take out this liquidity buildup. But now this liquidity buildup is taken out. What's price now want to do? What's the bias? The bias now during London Open is going to become bullish. Why? Because now we've created a trap. We're now bringing in traders early. So now people are selling. The breakout traders are selling. You got traders that trade structure selling. They're gonna be selling from this high, and you got this aggression. Look at these vector candles. Look at this aggression. It just shows price is just bearish. It's just one direction. All right. But these are the times when you may want to stay out of the market. So me personally, right here, right now, this is not necessarily a buy that I would want to be taken, because for me, there isn't enough liquidity in this area here to aim for. Yes, this is a trap and this is liquidity is here, but it's not highly probable, in regards to my edge and my plan. So let's play on for a little while and you're going to start to understand what I mean. Cool. So what's price doing now? So now price starting to move higher, but as it's moving higher, there we go. Right, cool. So as it's moving higher though, it's doing something else at the same time. What is it doing? So let's look at this for a second. What do we have? So we have, why does trading view do this stuff? It does my head in. Cool. So if I go back a second, great stuff. So we have our strong highs that I say that, should be respected based on my trading edge and my understanding of the market. But then price, what has price done? Giving us a nice build up here, bullish channel, induced higher, aggressively moved lower during Frankfurt, and then London Open, it reverses again, whipsaws back up, takes out Asia high, gives us the trap. And this is when I was starting to look at the market and starting to look at to get involved. Why? Because first things first, there's no liquidity up here yet for me. Why? Because price has come lower, and as the price moves higher, in all of these situations, price takes out all of the internal liquidity other than the strong highs. All right, other than the strong highs, 1 strong high, 2 strong highs, 3 strong highs, all the internal liquidity has been taken out. So it means that these inducement highs have no liquidity above them really. All right. Yes, liquidity is starting to it's going to begin to get formed soon. Maybe when this low gets taken out, when people see breaks of structure, maybe there's a bit of liquidity up here from people seeing this break of structure down here. Right, and now they think people might be selling from here. However, for me, until this down here is all taken out, these are the highs I expect to be respected. All right, so price for me, you always have to have a liquidity target first before you're even looking for any kind of trade entry. Because if you're taking a trade without a target, and the target needs for the way that I trade, the target needs to be liquidity, what am I aiming for? If I've got no liquidity to aim for, then it means it's not a high probability trade. All right. So I have my liquidity to aim for, which was this bullish channel, and then this low down here. All right. So that is my target as a whole. Or should I say, in my instance, it may have actually been this low here. I can't remember. We'll see in a second. All right. But we have enough liquidity to aim for. All right. So what I will see now, which is perfect on the 1 minute time frame. So as price came up, we're now into New York Open. All right. Price has induced lower. It's then moved higher, taken out the trap that happened during Frankfurt. And now this is when I get interested in price. Why? Because yes, I have my direction. I really knew that I was bearish, but what's price done again? What I love to always see. Price creates a beautiful bullish channel before inducing out of it and then taking out the structural point being the high. And then that's when I then get into the market, get into the trade. And if I go into the 5 minute, my target, my target definitely wasn't this low down here. Or was it? I should have checked my journal properly. Apologies. But target was definitely at least this low here. and then this next low here would definitely be a target as well. All right. Why? Again, this now becomes a trap. Why is it a trap? Because the opposing liquidity target has been met, which was actually this trap up here. So we had pretty much had the whipsaw type price action. Asia high traded out of, Asia lows taken out, and then again the high from Frankfurt taken out, and then price would then move away. All right, beautifully. So yeah, okay, perfect. This just shows me this was my target here rather than this whole thing down here. So we had the trap as my initial target, and then we had this minor build up here, which was at the time a nice entry the previous day that you could have taken to take this price into this channel build up to take that out, which it did during Asia. All right, so this was probably a better R, and it's more of a, say, 9R trade. But understanding the traps as targets, understanding the build-ups, understanding the strong highs, and understanding what price is doing overall is what counts. So if you play on the 1 hour time frame, the target is hit, and then look, beautiful. Just gone bearish from there. All right, look at that. Why is this clear? So if I go on to today, look at this now. We've now hit the target that I was speaking about. All of these lows here have been taken out by price here. See it? So because I had this major liquidity target, which was the bottom of this bullish channel, it meant that the sell idea was easy. So I could have easily swung this trade a bit more and held it down to this low. I don't really swing too much, so hence why I only took it to this trap low. Sorry, no, to this low here, and I didn't hold it overnight, and that's that. All right, but hopefully that was helpful, guys. Continue to study, watch some more of my videos, and check out the link in the bio as well. All right, catch you guys later. Take care.